In the Munich tunnel, there's a mural that talks about before the crash, United belonged to Manchester, but then suddenly United belonged to the world. It was all down to the charisma of this team that no longer existed. They went to play a football game and they didn't come home.
Matt Busby was making great headway with his concept of signing young players to mould them and bring them up in his image, hence the Busby Babes. They were exceptional in the sense that they had youth, they had talent, they had ambition, they were being led by Busby the right way, so the world was their oyster, really.
It's too late. Lovely goal there by Sweden.
Manchester United have now they've got the best reputation for breeding young players, but at that particular time it was unheard of. You know that young players were replacing people in the middle 30s.
I think that team, the youth of that team, the Busby Babes as they called them, I think the oldest player in the team was 29 or 30. Does that not speak for itself?
Matt Busby, his view of European football was that I've proved that I've got the best team in England, hence they were winning the championship. Now I want to prove that we've got the best team in Europe.
We played against Red Star Belgrade. Everybody was really excited because we were getting near the semi-finals. Well, everybody knows if you're anything to do with Manchester United, what happened, and it was just a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
So far, we know there are 23 survivors after Manchester United's air crash at Munich this afternoon. These are the people so far known to have survived. Of the Manchester United party, Matt Busby, manager, and the following players: Greg, Wood, Folks, J. Blanchflower, Morgans.
I remember waking up about 50 or 60 yards from the aeroplane, still strapped in my seat. I didn't know how that happened.
I remember a Volkswagen van coming plowing through the snow to pick up injured bodies, and I was one of the lucky ones. I would be telling lies if I said I thought about it all the time. In fact, I would go insane.
23 people died, of course, along with the players. Lots of other people on the plane, the trainer, coach, secretary, members of the press. 7 players lost their lives instantly, but mighty Duncan Edwards, lingered on for 15 days before he finally lost his fight.
I wondered what would happen. I wondered how they would be able to recover. But recover we had to do. When the final whistle went, everybody dashed to Sir Matt. There were his players that got lost in Munich. They were his lads, his team, and the old man could feel as though what he started out was eventually was back on the rail.
People admired the perseverance and determination of the people at the club to produce something special again.
One of the things that Matt Busby was very keen to continue after Munich was to promote players from the juniors. In the last 50 years, there's always been a member of United's youth team in the first team squad. So this is a legacy that is very important to the club. It's in the club's DNA, and it's continuing now.
Bob and myself, the last 2 left. The Red Devil spirit lives, it never died.